Hello students, we are back with the next video, that is solving the examplar of class 9th from the first chapter. In the previous video, we have solved from 1 to 10 exercise 1.1. Now in this video, we will continue further with 11th question. Now starting with this is number system exemplar class 9th. We have already solved 10 questions. Now we will start from 11th one. Now the question 11th is root 10 into root 15. See, for solving these sums there are two methods. Either you can multiply root 10 into root 15 and then you can take out the roots and whatever, but that will be a little bit tougher method. So in short, whenever you are solving such sums, better to simplify in terms of its prime factor. So if we take root 10 into root 15, so root 10 can be expressed in terms of its prime factor as root 2 into root 5 and root 15 can be expressed as root 3 into root 5. Now if we talk about of its power, we can write here as 2 raised to 1, 3 raised to 1 and 5 raised to 2. So taking the square root of it, we all know that whenever 5 square is there in root, 1 5 will come out. That is 5 square's root is 5. So we can get it here as 5 and root 2 into root 3 will remain inside the root. That is root 2 into root 3 is root 6. So the answer is 5 root 6. You have option B here. Right? Now next question. 12th question is the number obtained on rationalizing the denominator of. Whenever we are doing rationalizing, now we will talk about rationalizing. What is rationalizing? Now in the denominator, we don't generally keep the roots. So in order to remove the roots of the denominator, we rationalize by the denominator by its opposite terminology or opposite factor. Now opposite factor of root 7 minus 2 is root 7 plus 2. So we will multiply both the numerator and denominator by root 7 plus 2. Now look at here. The question is given as 1 upon root 7 minus 2. Now if we rationalize the denominator, so the opposite of denominator is root 7 plus 2. So we will multiply both the numerator and denominator by root 7 plus 2. So this is rationalizing. Now solving this. Now solving this we will get in the numerator we will get root 7 plus 2 and in the denominator we will get root 7 whole square minus 2 square. Now how did we get this? Now this is by using the identity as a minus b into a plus b. Whenever you are using this identity, it goes as a square minus b square. So whenever we have here root 7 minus 2 into root 7 plus 2. So we will get as root 7 whole square minus 2 whole square. So when we will solve this, we are getting root 7 plus 2. In the denominator, we are having root 7 whole square is 7 and 2 whole square is 4. So 7 minus 4 will be 3. So the answer is root 7 plus 2 divided by 3. That is option A. Okay. Now the next question is question 13. 1 upon root 9 minus root 8. Now 1 minus root 9 minus root 8. Now there are two methods here. Either you can solve it by rationalizing or you can solve first this denominator. So directly we will take rationalizing here. Now while rationalizing the denominator, we have already discussed, we have to multiply the numerator and denominator by the opposite factor of denominator. So the opposite factor here of denominator is root 9 plus root 8, right? So same we will multiply in the numerator, root 9 plus root 8. Now while solving this in the numerator we will get root 9 plus root 8, and in the denominator by using the same identity as previous, a minus b into a plus b, that is a square minus b square. So it will be root 9 whole square minus root 8 whole square, right? So in the numerator we are getting as root 9 plus root 8. In the denominator, root 9 whole square is 9 and root 8 whole square is 8. So solving this we will get as root 9 plus root 8 by 1. Now further root 9 plus root 8 it can be solved as root 9 is 3 and root 8 can be expressed as root 4 into 2, root 2. But root 4 is 2, so root 8 can be expressed as 2 root 2. So the correct answer is 3 plus 2 root 2, that is option D. As you can see here option D, right? Now 14th one. After rationalizing the denominator of 7 upon 3 root 3 minus 2 root 2, we get the denominator as. Now here simply the denominator is asked, right? So we'll take as the opposite of the denominator while rationalizing. So it says as 7 upon 3 root 3 minus 2 root 2. This is our question. And while rationalizing, we will multiply both the numerators and denominators by the opposite of denominator. So it goes as 3 root 3 plus 2 root 2. Same will multiply in the denominator also. 3 root 3 plus 2 root 2. Right? So while solving this, we have 7 into 3 root 3 plus 2 root 2, and in the denominator we will be having 3 root 3 whole square minus 2 root 2 whole square, using the identity as a square minus b square is equal to a minus b into a plus b, same identity, right? So when we solve this, we will be having 7 into 3 root 3 plus 2 root 2 upon, now look at here, 3 root 3 whole square. So 3 square is 9 and root 3 is 3. So 3 into 9 is 27. Now similarly 2 square is 4 and root 2 square is 2. So 4 into 2 is 8. Now 20 we are talking about only denominator. In the question it is asked what will be the denominator. So denominator is 27 minus 8, that is equal to 19. So the correct option here is option B, right? The next question is 15th question. The value of root 32 plus root 48 divided by root 8 plus root 12. Now see, while solving such sums, we should target that we should simplify these sums. Now for simplification, we will simplify the entire term first and then we will rationalize if it is needed. If it is not needed, there is no point of rationalizing. So first we will write the question here. Root 32 plus root 48 divided by root 8 plus root 12. Now while simplifying, we can simplify or we can factorize root 32 as 16 into 2, root 16 into 2, that is 32. Similarly, 48 can be written as root 16 into 3, right? Divided by, similarly root 8 can be written as 4 into 2 root plus root 12 can be written as root of 4 into 3, right? Now from the numerator, root 16 is taken as common, right? So we can write here as root 16 common. In the bracket we will get as root 2 plus root 3, right? Similarly, from the denominator, we will get as root 4 common. In the bracket, we are getting root 2 plus root 3. Now, these two terminologies get cancelled. We are getting here as root 16 divided by root 4. So, root 16 is 4 and root 4 is 2. So, when it got cancelled, we are getting the answer as 2. So, answer of 15th question is B. Okay. Now, the next question is 16th one. If root 2 value is given as 1.4142, then the value of under root of root 2 minus 1 divided by under root of root 2 plus 1. So this is a typical question. In such question where values are given, we need to solve the expression first and then put on the value. Don't try to put on the value first. First solve the equation by rationalizing the denominator, trying to solve the equation, and then at last we'll put on the value. So first we'll solve this equation as whole root of root 2 minus 1 upon root 2 plus 1. Now while rationalizing the denominator, here the denominator is root 2 plus 1. So taking its opposite, we will take as root 2 minus 1. Right? So the expression becomes as whole root of root 2 minus 1 into root 2 minus 1 upon root 2 plus 1 and root 2 minus 1 into, right? We are multiplying both the numerator and denominator by root 2 minus 1, and this is under entire root. Fine? Okay. Now the numerator becomes as root 2 minus 1 whole square, and the denominator becomes as, using the identity of a minus b, a plus b, we will get root 2 whole square minus 1 square, and that will be the entire sum is under whole root, right? Now when we solve this, we will be getting, when we are removing this square root from the numerator and denominator, so root 2 minus whole square under root, so that will be as root 2 minus 1, and in the denominator root 2 whole square minus 1 square will be 2 minus 1 whole root, right? So that will be root 2 minus 1 and 1 square root of 1. So that will be square root of 1 is 1. So the answer is root 2 minus 1. Now you can put the value of root 2 which is given as 1.4142 minus 1. So that will be 0.4142. So the correct option is, and the sum is C. Right? The correct option here goes as C, 0.4142. Now next question is question 17. Okay, here three roots in root is given. In such question, try to solve with the inner root, right? So the inner root is cube root of 2 square, right? So we will write here as 2 square. Whenever we are removing the root, we'll take as its reciprocal. So here it is cube root of 2 square. So while removing cube root, we will multiply as root 2 square into 1 by 3, and fourth root will remain as it is, right? So while solving this, we are getting as fourth root of 2 raised to 2 by 3. Now if we remove fourth root, we'll take as its reciprocal, that is 2 raised to 2 by 3 into 1 by 4. Now fourth root is removed and we will take as 1 by 4. Now cancelling this, we get here as 2. So the answer is 2 raised to 1 by 6. The option is, correct answer is C. Okay. Now question 18th. Now the product of these three numbers are given as, that is cube root of 2, fourth root of 2 and 12th root of 32. Now while solving these sums, we'll take all the prime factors. Now the prime factor of 2 is 2, the prime factor of again 2 is 2 and the prime factor of 32 is 16, that is 2 raised to 5. Right? So we'll write here as, first we'll write the question, that is, this is cube root of 2 into fourth root of 2 into 12th root of 32. Right? So the prime factors of all these, 2's prime factor is 2 only. So 2 raised to 1 by 3, when we remove cube root, it will be 1 by 3 into, when we will remove fourth root, it will be 1 by 4 and 32. 32 can be written as 2 raised to 5. And when we remove 12th root, it goes as 1 by 12. So 32's 12th root will be written as 2 raised to 5 into 1 by 12. Right? So this will be 2 raised to 1 by 3 into 2 raised to 1 by 4 into 2 raised to 5 by 12. Now, you know that in multiplication, when the bases are same, here all the bases we have turned into 2. So when the bases are same, the powers are added. Right? So it goes as 2 raised to 1 by 3 plus 1 by 4 plus 5 by 12. Now if we add all the three powers, we'll get 1 by 3 plus 1 by 4 plus 5 by 12 and the LCM is 12. So when we add this, 2 raised to 4 plus 3 plus 5 divided by 12, that will be 2 raised to 4 plus 3 plus 5 is 12. 12 by 12, that is equal to 2 raised to 1. So the option correct answer is B, that is 2. Right? Now next question is question 19. It is also very simple. Now fourth root of 81 raised to minus 2. Now I have already told, while solving such sums, take the prime factorization of the number given in bracket. So here 81 is given, we'll take the prime factorization. Now 81 can be 81 can be written as 9 square, or you can write in terms of prime factor as 3 raised to 4. Now while solving this, fourth root of 81 can be written as 3 raised to 4 and that will be raised to minus 2. Right? So fourth root of 3 raised to minus 8. Now if we remove fourth root, we will get as 3 raised to minus 8 into 1 by 4. Now while cancelling this, we will get 3 raised to minus 2. So the answer is 3 raised to minus 2. But in the option, if minus 2 is in the power, we can reverse it. So that will be 1 upon 3 square. That is 1 upon 9. So the correct option is option A. Right? Okay. The next question is question 20. Value of 256 raised to 0.16 into 256 0.09 is, it is very simple. We can express 256 in terms of power 2. Right? So 256 can be written as 2 raised to 8 whole raised to power is 0.16 into 2 raised to 8 again whole raised to 0.09. Right? Now 2 raised to 8 and 16 can be written as 16 by 0.16 can be written as just a minute, 2 raised to 8 into 16, 2 raised to 8. Okay, so the bases you can take as 2 raised to 8, or you can say, or simply you can write first as 256. Never mind, we will solve later. 256 as the base and both the powers will be added. So it will be 16 by 100 plus 9 by 100, right? So it will be 256. 16 plus 9 is 25. 25 by 100, that will be 1 by 4. So we are getting as 256 raised to 1 by 4. Now 256 I have already told as 2 raised to 8 into 1 by 4. So this, when we cancel it, we are getting 2 square. That will be equal to 4. So the option is A, right? Okay. The last and final question of this is, which of the following is equal to x? Now we have to solve all the options and find out which of the following options, out of the 4 options, which value is coming to be as x. Now option A, if we solve as x raised to 12 by 7 minus x raised to 5 by 7. Now in subtraction you cannot add or subtract or multiply the power, so this is difficult to solve, so this option is wrong. The next option is 12th root of x raised to 4 whole raised to 1 by 3. So while solving this, I have told as 12th root, that is x raised to 4 into 1 by 3 is 4 by 3, and 12th root if we talk about will be 1 upon 12. So when we cancel this, we will be getting the answer as x raised to 1 by 9. So this option is also wrong because we want the answer as x. Now if we take the option D, if we are talking about the option D, that is x raised to 12 by 7 into x raised to 7 by 12. We have talked about that when the bases in multiplication are same, the powers are added. So we can add the powers here, x raised to 12 by 7 plus 7 by 12. Here we can take the LCM of both the power, that is 84. So we will get as x raised to 1 by 44 plus 49 divided by 84. That will be equal to x raised to 195 by 84. So this option is also wrong. So while solving the C option, we will be getting square root of x cube raised to 2 by 3. Right? So 2 by 3, when we will square root is solved as x raised to 3 into 1 by 2 whole 2 by 3. Right? So this will be x raised to 3 by 2 into 2 by 3. So both the powers are cancelled, 3 and 3 are cancelled, 2 and 2 are cancelled. So we'll get as x raised to 1, which is equal to x. So the correct option where the expression is reduced to x is option C. So students, now we have completed the entire exercise 1.1. If still you have any doubt, please comment me in the sections of the comment and I'll try to reply it. Thank you for the day. Stay connected, stay healthy.